Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous video, we discussed what is Cloud IAM, and in this video, we'll be discussing what is roles and permissions in Google Cloud Platform. So you can think of IAM as the house, roles as the keys issued to your family members, and the permissions are nothing but the individual logs those keys are allowed to operate. So to understand how cloud security works in practice, we have to understand how this IAM roles and permissions interact. IAM role is nothing but it is the collection of permissions. So when you grant a role to a principal, you grant all the permissions that the role contains. So permissions are at the granular level, whereas roles are the containers of different permissions. We will dig deep into IAM roles and permissions now, and we will start by understanding what are IAM permissions. So IAM permissions are the most granular level of access control. So permission define what actions are allowed or denied on the respective cloud resources. In most cloud platforms, a permission is written in the format of service.resource.verb. Basically, permissions will tell you what can this identity do. For example, this permission will tell read objects from cloud storage bucket, start or stop virtual machines, or access a database. And this format service.resource.verb, such as like compute is the service, instances is the resource as part of compute, and verb what it can create, it can stop, it can delete. And the other example is resource manager.projects.list. So each API method in Google Cloud requires the caller to have the associated permissions. So permissions are written inside IAM policies as well, usually in a structured format like JSONs. And permissions are the fundamental units of authorization in Google Cloud Platform. So this is what permission is. Now we will understand what is IAM roles. And IAM role is nothing but it is a logical container of permissions that can be temporarily assumed by a user, applications, cloud service, or external identities as well. So roles do not have any permanent credentials. Instead, they issue temporary access token, which greatly improves your security. Think of role like a hat. When a developer puts on the admin hat, they gain all the powers attached to that hat. Powers here means permissions. When they take it off, they go back to having no special powers. For example, to manage your virtual machine instance in a project, you must be able to create, delete, start, stop, and change your virtual machines. So these permissions are grouped into a role to make them easier to understand and easier to manage. And now we will be discussing what is resources inside Google Cloud Platform. So most Google Cloud services have their own resources. For example, if you take Compute Engine, we have resources like instances, disk, and subnetworks. So in IAM, you grant roles on a resource level as well. Granting a principal a role on a resource means that the principal can use the permission in that role to access the resources. Moving on to the next one, we'll understand what is allow policies. An allow policy is a YAML or JSON object that's attached to a Google Cloud resource. You grant roles to principal using allow policies as well. And in the past, these policies were referred to as IAM policies. So this is what IAM permissions, IAM roles, resources, and allow policies in Google Cloud Platform are. Now we'll be discussing what are the three different types of roles available inside Google Cloud Platform. The first one is basic, the next one is predefined, and the third one is custom. First, we will understand what are the basic roles. So basic roles are broad roles that can apply across an entire project. They are easy to use, but they grant lot of permissions. And the first one we are going to discuss is viewer. So he can only see the resources in the Google Cloud project, but he cannot change anything. For example, a manager who has this viewer role where he needs only to review reports or monitor the system status, but you don't need to edit or modify or create or delete any resources. So in that case, we will be assigning the viewer role. And the next one is editor. Can view and also can modify resources, but cannot change permissions. For example, a developer who deploys applications and updates your configuration file. And the third one is owner. A owner can do everything an editor can. Along with that, he can manage your IAM roles and he can set up your billing account for the Google Cloud project as well. So these are the three roles which comes under basic role. Moving on to the next one, we have predefined role. So what are this predefined role? Predefined role are service specific roles created by Google Cloud Platform. They provide just the permissions needed for common job functions. For example, in this picture, if you take, we have a predefined role called instance admin role. So when you are working with virtual machines, you might assign a predefined role like this instance admin. What this means, the user can manage your compute engine instances, and this role can be applied at the folder level, at the project level, and even at the organization level. In real time, a cloud engineer who manages virtual machines but doesn't need to access storage, database, or billing. If that is the case, you can assign this predefined role called instance admin role. And moving on to the next one, we have custom role. Why this custom role exists in the first place? Sometimes even the predefined roles gives you too much access. That's where this custom role comes into the picture, and it works on the top of least privilege principle. Many organizations follow this least privilege model, meaning users get only the permissions required to do their job and nothing more. An example for this custom role is instance operator, and you can see the predefined permissions associated with this role instance operator. Inside this custom role, we have this predefined permissions created by Google Cloud Platform: compute.instance get, compute.instance list, compute.instance start and stop. So let's say you want a role that can start your virtual machines and stop your virtual machines and get all the details about your virtual machines, but it should not be able to create, delete, or reconfigure them. So if that is the case, this role comes handy, and this role improves security by limiting what users can change even by accident. And to summarize, basic roles are broad and simple, predefined roles are service specific and safer, whereas custom roles offer maximum control and security. Choosing the right IAM role is essential for protecting your cloud environment while enabling your team to work effectively and efficiently. Why this IAM roles and permissions are needed in Google Cloud Platform, or basically in any cloud platform? Cloud environments where the resources are shared, users and services change very frequently and very drastically, and the manual access control does not scale at that level. So this is how the cloud environment operates, and this IAM and role permissions basically enable secure access control, least privilege enforcement, centralized identity management, and the last one is safe automations and includes DevOps practices as well. So this is why IAM roles and permissions are required. And now we will be discussing some of the features of IAM roles and permissions. The first one is role-based access control. So you will be able to assign permissions based on your job functions. For example, if he is an admin, you will give all the roles permissions associated to the admin, and basically for developer, tester, and read only. The next one is least privilege. So you will be granting only the required permissions, not more, not less. So this limits the blast radius during your security incidents. And the third one is temporary and secure access. So roles are basically not for long-term credentials, and it is ideal for automation and services. And the next one is fine-grained access control. So the same point we have discussed in least privilege. Only the required permissions are granted, and that too at the granular level. So permissions down to resource and particular at the action level. The last one is auditing and monitoring. So you will be able to log every role, every assumption, every permissions, and every access request as well. And it supports your compliance and investigation. So these are important features of IAM roles and permissions inside Google Cloud Platform. Now we will be discussing the difference between roles and permissions. So the definition for permission, it states atomic unit of access, but role is nothing but it is the container or identity that holds permissions. And the next one is assignment. Basically it is attached to policies or roles, whereas role is basically attached to users, groups, or applications. And the duration is, with permissions, it is permanent until changed, and it is created, managed, and maintained by Google Cloud Platform. And the role is basically, it is a temporary session-based access. In short, cloud IAM roles and permissions are the backbone of secure cloud access. Permissions define what actions are allowed, while roles provide secure temporary access to those permissions. So when you implement roles and permissions correctly, they improve security, simplify your access management, and enable scalable cloud operations. So this is what IAM roles and permissions all about. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll be doing hands-on on IAM roles and permissions. I'll see you there. Happy learning.